Howdy champs, my name is Mohit, guys. Today I'm going to show you how to make a drop down menu in Dreamweaver CS 5.5, but this drop down menu, guys, does not use the spray functionality, does not use JavaScript at all. It's a pure CSS menu bar. In fact, guys, have a look out here. I'm in the live view and I've already done making this menu bar. If I hover over, okay, any of these menu items, you can actually see that it drops in very nicely, and when I hover over the different items, you can see that the background color actually changes. So this menu bar, guys, has been done entirely purely through CSS. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a fresh file and we'll see how this was actually done. Guys, remember, since this is a pure CSS menu bar, it loads faster and it opens up or drops down faster. So the speed is the key out here. Alright, so let me start creating one from scratch. So I'm gonna say a new file, layout none. Let me say create. Right. Okay, guys, the first thing that I will do is I'll say insert, I'll say layout objects, I'll say div tag. Okay, I'll go to the ID and I'll give it an ID of menu. Okay, let me straight away say okay. Cool. Let me remove the text in the middle. Right. Okay, let me go to the code area and then let me crunch everything that is above the body tag. Right. Let me put in some comment out here. End of main menu div. Right. Okay. Now, guys, what I'll be doing is I'll be dropping in a UL opening tag. Right. An unordered list opening tag, and it needs to have a closing as well. Alright, let me put in a comment which says that that's the end of the UL tag. So that's end of main UL tag. Right. Guys, have a look out here that I'm in the classic workspace. Anyways, let me get back to the code area, and now that we have the opening and the closing UL tags, obviously we should have the li tags as well. So we have the opening li tag out here. Alright, after which I would want to insert a link. I'll be using the href attribute, guys. I'm creating a null link, okay, temporarily, since I don't have one ready. And let me give it a title out here. Let me close the anchor tag up. Right. Now, guys, what I'll be doing is inside the UL tags we have the li tag. This is the opening li tag. Let me close it up out here as well. Let me pass in a comment which says closing the main li tag. Right. Next, I'm gonna nest another UL tag in the li tag. Before that, let me just hit the refresh button to show you what has happened so far. Right. Now let me nest a UL tag out here. That's the opening, this should be the closing. and let me pass in a comment which says closure of inner UL tag. Correct. Let me create some space, and in the nested UL tags, guys, let me first click the refresh button. I'm gonna create few more li tags. So I'm gonna say opening li tag, and then using the anchor tag once again, the href attribute, okay, temporarily putting it to null since we don't have one ready, just for the testing purpose, okay. And then let me say link one, right, and let me close the anchor tag up now. There you go. And let me also close the li tag, right. Then guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click the refresh button. See, that is how things look like right now. Cool. Let me copy line number 13, a Control C, and let me paste it 3 more times. Control V, and a Control V out here as well. Right. So again, let's see what exactly we have done. Let me do a quick recap. Also before that, have a look out here how things look like right now. So we created a division, we gave it an ID menu, okay. We closed the div out here, inside which, guys, I created an opening UL tag. I closed it out here. Then I created the main li tag. I closed it out here, and then we nested UL tags, inside which I have 4 li tags, and the result is this, guys. This is the result. So home is the main li, and these are nested li's inside it. No problems. Next, guys, I'll make sure that my cursor is blinking in line number 9, where we have the div, or the ID for which is menu. Let me go again, click on the new CSS rule button. Okay, the contextual selector is set to ID, which is fine, no problems there. Let me make sure that the new rule that I'm defining does not go inside the document, does not become an internal rule as it was happening earlier. Let me say a new style sheet file, basically an external CSS file. Let me say OK. Let me create menu CSS, my menu CSS. Okay. so the style sheet, cascading style sheet for my menu. Let me save it up in my local site folder. Okay, after which I'm gonna go to the box category. I'm gonna define the padding as 0, the margin as 0 as well. Okay, let me straight away say OK. Also, guys, let me define a width out here. I'm aware of the width. Let me say 608 pixels, and in fact, let me set the right and the left margins to auto. Since I already have done my calculations, let me straight away say OK. Right, let me go to the live view. Not much has changed. Anyways, let me come with the live view now. Let me create one more rule. Let me click where we have the opening UL tag. Let me click on the plus button. Okay, so the new rule will target. It's a compound rule, guys. The contextual selector is compound, and this rule will be targeting the UL tags, the UL elements that are within the elements with the ID menu, right, which is fine. And notice out here, guys, that the rule will be getting saved itself in the my menu css.css external style sheet file, which is great. So I'm gonna say OK, and again this time let me straight away go to the box category. Okay, let me say the margin is 0 and the padding is 0 as well, and say OK. right. And let me go to the live view and notice the changes that are taking place, guys. Okay, next, guys, I'll be clicking out here where we have the opening li tag. Let me click on the plus button. Okay, now the new rule, which is a compound rule, okay, the contextual selector type is compound, the other types are tag, id and class, will be targeting li within the ul within menu, which is not a problem at all. And notice out here that the rule is getting itself saved in the my menu css.css file, which is fine. Let me say okay straight away. Okay, let me start defining the rule then. Let me give it a background color of, let's say, a $666. Right, let me go to the box category. Let me set the float to a left. At the same time, guys, let me also go to the positioning category. Let me set the position to a relative. Now that's extremely important, guys. I'll be nesting an absolutely positioned element inside the relative element. That was extremely important, guys. I had to do that, and we'll check it out later why we had to do that. But it's very important that you set the menu ul li to position of relative. Cool. So let's see if I'm actually done. Background 666. I need to give the border as well, so let me go in with a solid 1 pixel of, let's say, a $CCC. Let me say okay, and have a look, guys. How do things actually look like right now, except that I can see the bullets even now. So what I'll do is I'll go back to the rule menu ulli, go to the list category and say list tile type none. Let me say okay. Right, let me show you a preview in Google Chrome after saving the changes to the file. Let me call it my menu or my drop down menu or whatever. Okay, let's save the changes and have a look out here how things look like right now. Right, so things will get better and better. Let me go back to Dreamweaver. Okay, and this time in the code view, let me click where we have the let me click in line number 16, guys. Or rather let me click in line number 17 where we have the anchor tag, or 15. Okay, I'll settle with 15. Let me click on the plus button. Okay, the new rule will be targeting the anchor tags which are within li, which are within ul, which are within menu, which is absolutely alright. The contextual selector is a compound, which is great. The rule will save itself in an external style sheet file, which is my menu css.css, which is cool. Let me say okay. Now this is a very important rule, guys. A lot will be happening out here. Let me set the font family to, let's say, this one. Okay, let me set the font size to, let's say, 14. Alright, let me set the font color to a white. Okay, by default all anchor tags are blue in color, all link elements are blue in color. I'm changing it to a color white. Okay, they are by default underlined, as you can see out here. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to say text decoration none. Okay, let me also go to the block category. I'm going to make sure that the display is a block. Okay, that'll ensure that you can click anywhere on the block and it'll be a link, not just the word itself. Okay, let me go back to the type category. Let me set the line height to a 30, simply because when I go to the box category, I'm gonna set the width and the height to be a 150 by 30 respectively. That'll make sure that the text will align itself centrally vertically. Let me go back to the block category. Let me make sure that even horizontally the text alignment is center, right, and yep. Let me say okay, and let me have a look out here, guys, how things look like right now. Okay, let me save the changes up, have a preview in Google Chrome. Alright, righto. Okay. Next, guys, let me make sure that I'm clicking on line number 16, where we have the nested UL tag, UL within UL, line number 16. Okay, let me click on this plus button, and let me say that the new rule will be targeting UL within UL, which is inside menu, which is fine. Have a look out here. The contextual selector is set to compound, which is fine, and the rule will get saved in the my menu css.css file, which is great. Let me straight away say okay, and let me go to the positioning, and now, guys, have a look out here. I'm gonna set the placement to an absolute. Now this is where all the magic happens. We are placing an absolute element in a relative element, and see how it actually affects the whole thing. Let me straight away say okay, and have a look out here, guys. This is exactly what I was looking to do. Let me show you a preview in Google Chrome. There you go. Alright, so next what I'll be doing is, that was the reason why I made sure that my earlier rule, menu ULLI, was positioned to a relative. Had it not been relative, had it been static or not defined, if it's not defined, it's static, see what happens. So you need to keep menu ULLI to relative, and then menu UL to an absolute. At the same time, guys, I would not want these links, link 1, link 1, link 1, link 1, whatever, to show up unless and until somebody hovers over home. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go back to this rule, menu UL, and I'll be going to the positioning category. I'm going to set the visibility to a hidden. Let me say okay, and notice what has happened out here. Okay, so guys, since this tutorial has actually run into many minutes, I'll be terminating this tutorial here, only to join you in the next part of the same tutorial. So I hope you have enjoyed it so far. You learned something, and I'll see you very soon with the next part of this tutorial. See you soon. Catch you soon. Bye.